This is PFW in Progress. PFW in Progress with Fred Kirsch.
I got one guarantee for next year. And we're going to take it one game at a time.
Brian Morey.
You guys rock. Thank you.
Paul Perillo.
Bingo! We got bingo! We win again, baby!
And Andy. And Andy?
Yeah.
Andy Hart.
Well, how about you, New England?
Frank the Tank. PFW in Progress.
These guys are fabulous.
And welcome to PFW in Progress. Fred Kirsch, Brian Morey, Andy Hart here live from the team hotel in St. Augustine, the World Golf Village, a beautiful place.
They had media early.
They had media early at 8, so they probably started around 11.
Mid-morning practice, yeah.
And Brian is just in awe because the latest news is that one of the writers, Boston writer, should I say his name? I guess it's out there.
It's out there.
Ken Powers from the Worcester Gazette, Telegram and Gazette, is being accused, and after seeing the comparison, actually plagiarized an article from Peter King, and that's big news among media. That's sort of like if you're a baseball player finding out another one of your teammates used steroids,
Right, or his bat was corked.
or his bat was corked, or something like that. Because that's
even worse, because based on that comparison, you got to think his career is in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it was extensive. It wasn't like a passage.
I can't believe it. I can't believe if this on Boston sports media is accurate. The comparison between what Peter King wrote and what Ken Powers wrote. I can't believe it. I can't believe that Kenny would do that.
I can't either. I can't believe
There's got to be some
he'd be
mistake.
that stupid, frankly. I mean, because you have to be a moron to do what he did.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on.
I just can't. Maybe something get edited out, like he was saying. This is what Peter King wrote,
Right.
And I agree with it. I mean, I just can't imagine. I mean,
But he didn't. He changed a few little words here and there, so it wasn't the exact. He didn't quote it and just.
Right.
So there were some slight changes, and
you know what this reminds me of? When I was in college.
You did it?
No. The dean of the College of Communications at Boston University got busted. He gave a speech, his graduation speech, and it was plagiarized completely.
Really?
He got like, I think they demoted him.
Wow.
From the dean. Yeah, I mean we used to get things every semester in our comm mailboxes about plagiarism, and here the dean is plagiarizing his graduation speech.
Plagiarism is nothing short of stealing.
Right, it is.
And I don't know if there's a law against it, but it's certainly the most
ethics.
It's the most unethical thing you can do in journalism.
And it cost you your job and your career.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe he stole some quote.
Right.
He stole a quote that only Peter King got and didn't attribute it.
Right.
You know,
This is far worse.
This is remarkable.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that Kenny would do this.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you didn't have anything to write, they called you. I mean, I can't imagine Peter King here. We're talking.
Yeah, and it's not like he's an obscure writer that maybe no one would read. And,
Right. If it went the other way, you might be a little more If Peter King took Ken Powers' comment, I said, well, he assumed no one would ever notice.
Right.
But
No disrespect intended.
No, but I mean, I'm just talking about the market and the audiences. But in this, obviously, everybody knows who Peter King is, and some of your readers are going to read and say, hey, I read that already.
So that, I mean, while it's not Patriots news and really has nothing to do with the Super Bowl, it's big news
in our business.
In our business.
And I'm sure there'll be a buzz about it when we head over to the press conferences.
Right. You guys have to go over there at 12:45, and I'm sure that's all anyone's going to be talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Kenny is not here. The statement released by his newspaper is that he's suspended until further investigation. So they're going right at it. They're not wasting any time, and he's off the beat. So send your resumes to the Worcester Telegram and Gazette.
Come on, don't
well,
make light of it.
I'm not making it,
Ken.
but that's the fact, man. That's unless there's just something that just crazily went wrong. we had this in his system, and he pressed the wrong button, and that got sent. But like you said, enough of it was changed.
It wasn't exact.
That it wasn't, so.
A word here or there.
Yeah, so it was touched by someone.
somebody.
Yeah. So.
I don't get it.
I'm at a loss. But anyway, let's get on to some other news. And of course, if someone wants to email on that subject, we're happy to talk about. Especially
someone in the Worcester area and their readership might be able to give us a little more information.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny's been on the beat for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he just started doing this, so he knows.
And there was nothing to be gained by it.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to have to do that.
I mean. It's not even like you're in competition with another paper and they have some news and you try to get it and you don't really have it. And I mean, this is strictly a column.
Yeah. So I'm sure that more news will be coming out on that, and it'll probably be national news.
Well, from what I understand, Brian, where'd you say there was a story about it in some industry publication?
Oh, editor and publisher. That's the industry standards.
So it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. So now, when did this happen? Like, what day did?
It appeared in the January 30th.
So 2 days ago, or more than 3 days ago.
The original column was published by Peter King on January 24th.
Wow. So
on the Sports Illustrated website, printed January 30th, and this is the statement from the Worcester TNG. Substantial portions of a column originally written by Peter King and published January 24th on the Sports Illustrated website were printed January 30th in the Sunday Telegram under the byline of Ken Powers, a staff member of the Telegram and Gazette. The Telegram and Gazette takes plagiarism seriously and is conducting a full investigation. We apologize to our readers and to Sports Illustrated.
Wow. Well, that's tough news. All right.
I can't believe that.
Other news of the day, just injury report will come out today. We'll have our first injury report. Is that 4 p.m., Brian? Do you know?
I would think
the normal time.
I would think 4 p.m. is we're not going to see it before that.
So I hope somebody asks about it in the press conference so you can say we'll have the injury report at 4 p.m.
My guess is Johnson and Seymour will be questionable, and probably that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of
unless there's some surprises. Be interesting to see what I guess Terrell Owens will probably be questionable as well.
Right. I would assume all those guys will be questionable.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're doing stuff, but they are injured. So.
Yeah. And Terrell Owens, as we all know, came right out yesterday in media, said, I am playing.
God's his doctor.
So that's it. He doesn't care what anyone else says. It's his team. He's bigger than the team.
Oh, boy, Fred.
And, what?
Who said he's bigger than the team?
Why do you do that then? He thinks he's bigger than the team.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, come on. You don't think that Terrell Owens thinks he's the show?
Nuh-uh.
The show, maybe.
Well, that's what it is. The show should be his team, but he thinks it's him.
He's the sideshow.
No, he thinks it's the show. The team is secondary.
I don't agree.
All right.
Is he not a key part of that team?
Another thing we'd like to hear about people that have the NFL Network at home. Tell us what you think about the coverage so far this week. The live press conference that they're doing, the NFL special access or whatever it's called.
Guys playing pool in the background.
Yeah, tell us what you think about the NFL Network's coverage of Super Bowl week. I happen to think that it adds a whole new dimension to the week, and it just makes it that much better for the fan because it's like you're here with how they blanket this thing.
Fred, are you worried that the Patriots, Tom Brady on cover Sports Illustrated?
No. This
Jinx
week
is dead.
I thought it was the Eagles on the cover.
No.
Really?
According to the email I got this morning, it's Tom Brady.
I wonder if they're doing regional covers because I heard the Eagles were on the cover. I don't know.
Oh. Maybe I had got an incorrect email, although I think it showed me the picture of Tom Brady. Mind Games. It's a Peter King feature-type story about Belichick and the Mind Games.
And that was the cover, or was that just a picture from the feature?
No, it says Tom Brady Mind Games. I saw the image.
All right.
I'm going to the website.
You sure it wasn't by Ken Powers?
All right, let's not make jokes about it.
All right.
Fred Kirsch, bad guy.
Web radio at Patriots.com. I didn't plagiarize.
Yeah, but you're making fun of it.
Well, you know what? Eventually we should, because that's stealing.
I agree, but
if it's true,
the wound is still open.
Whose wound?
It is. Tom
who got hurt? It's Sports Illustrated.
No,
and his own paper.
No. Ken Powers is going to get hurt because he's going to be out of a job.
He's going to get hurt, but again,
guy who has a wife and a family and doesn't have a paycheck.
Okay, so if he shoots somebody in the face, you going to say that?
I still feel bad for him because I know Ken Powers.
You thought you knew Ken Powers.
No, I know Ken Powers. He made a mistake. It doesn't make him a bad guy.
Oh, boy.
So Ken Powers in your eyes now a bad guy?
I think that
he made a poor choice, so he's a bad guy.
I think he dishonored his profession, his newspaper, and
what do you think of Corey Dillon? We're all about giving second chances to Corey Dillon, but Ken Powers does one thing, and you're ready to just get rid of him.
Well, then, go by what you just said. You're not willing to give Corey Dillon a second chance.
Ken Powers, I know personally, and has made one mistake.
Oh, so someone you
Corey
don't...
Dillon, who made 30 mistakes involving physical harm to his wife. Physical harm to his wife.
Right. So
leaving her bloody in the driveway.
So someone you don't know...
Easy.
Someone you don't know personally, you're willing to judge.
If I have nothing to go in the other direction,
you have nothing to go on. Period.
I have nothing to go in the other direction on based on Corey Dillon.
You don't know
All
him.
I've seen is bad. I haven't seen good.
You have not seen.
Have I not spoken with him? Has he not been a jerk to me personally?
Okay, and he has.
Yeah.
So
I can't use that as
you're a hypocrite.
How is that a hypocrite when he's been a total jerk to me?
Because you don't know.
And Ken Powers has been a nice guy to me for the 4.5 years I've known him.
So a man that you don't even know, you're willing to judge.
I've spoken with him. He was a jerk to me.
Yeah, you spoke to him.
I know him as much as he led him to know him.
Right, you don't know him, period.
You don't know me.
And you have to
So I'll just forget the 18 arrests and all that. I don't know that. But Ken Powers, who makes one mistake that hurt no one but himself, just write him off.
Forget Corey Dillon, okay? Let's talk about any guy, like any athlete that's been in trouble. We're always willing to give these guys a second chance. Always.
And I'm saying that Ken Powers didn't get a second chance.
And we're not. We don't. We try. We're told not to judge him, and we do.
Should Ken Powers get a second chance?
Yes.
So what's the argument?
You're making fun of him, and you're saying he's done, and he did this awful thing.
Well, if you can do it to Corey Dillon, why can't I do it to him?
That's true.
You can.
You just said he left his wife bloody in a driveway. That's
a fact from a police report.
That's slander.
Have you seen the police report?
It's a fact from a police report.
No, I've heard her interviewed.
I don't care what she says.
Okay, you don't care what she says.
No, I don't.
All right, enough of this conversation.
If it's a fact in if it's in a police report that they showed up and she was standing in the driveway with blood on her,
enough of this conversation. But you don't know why.
Okay.
I've heard her interviewed on it. I've heard her words.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to take that because you want to
beaten.
Judge somebody.
Right. And you're the one who started ripping Ken Powers on this topic instantly.
I will say this: I have no idea what happened with Corey Dillon's wife because
neither does he.
Maybe he's read. I never read a story about it. Okay, I heard it secondhand.
Yeah.
I never read the police report. Okay, but on the domestic violence issue, a lot of times, the woman will come back after the fact and say, "No, that's not what happened," or whatever.
She was on TV herself, not live, but tape video interview of her telling exactly what happened.
Okay, after the fact. I just think
she can't say it before the fact.
I just think those stories change.
Fine.
She obviously has a relationship with Corey Dillon. I'm sure she loves Corey Dillon. I'm sure they have moved past it, and she's trying to help him out.
Whatever, but you've chosen not to believe her.
Because my personal interaction with Corey Dillon is that he's a jerk.
What, did he ever hit you?
No, he's a jerk.
He hit your wife?
He's a jerk.
Come on.
Oh, so he has to hit my wife for him to be a jerk. Unless he murders someone in my family,
What's he
he's not a jerk?
Because he didn't want to talk to you one day?
Because he's a dick.
Oh, come.
He is.
See you later. Go.
Listen.
Andy apologizes for that last thing.
I just think that, with Ken Powers, it's sad, and I don't think that.
It is sad.
I mean, I don't think we should trample on the guy. I know. See, it's very difficult because
but
wait a minute. From a journalistic standpoint, we are hypocrites.